There have been sightings of surfboards levitating above the water. I don't know what people are seeing, but it doesn't sound real. At first glance it looks like a speedboat, but the design is completely wrong. It looks like they are above the water. This is foiling. Now let's go and find out more about it.
Hydrofoils have been around for a few decades now, and the easiest way to explain what they are and how they work is they're like wings that are underwater. So if you can imagine this being an aircraft wing, and when there's a certain sort of speed of airflow over the surface, this creates a pressure difference between the bottom and the top, which creates lift and takes the aircraft up in the air. The same thing is happening in the water with the water flow over the wing, and that creates lift, which lifts the hydrofoil up in the water and therefore lifts the board or whatever a boat or whatever out of the water, less friction, and so the boat can travel more efficiently and faster.
There are many different crafts that use hydrofoils, but today I'm going to focus on some of the most common uses for the hydrofoil.
We're using a hydrofoil, but in order to create our forward momentum, therefore enough speed, in order to create that lift, we're using a wing, which is here. So we inflate this wing, and basically we're using this, we're holding this to create the speed like that. It's rather like sort of like a windsurfing sail creates the speed in the windsurfer.
I like the freedom without having a wing, but there's more things you can do when you're on the water with a wing. You can either use it, don't use it, you can go fast, you can go slow, whereas the motor, you're either going along the flat or you're catching waves, so yeah.
Foil driving is very similar to wing foiling, except it operates without the essential wind power of the wing. Instead, it uses an electric motor to create the speed needed to levitate. This is me foil driving. My balance isn't great, so I have to lie down on the board instead of standing. Although I find this hard, it is easy to get used to, and for me, it is no different to standing. I do fall off more than everybody else, but I get back up and try. Every time I do it, I get better, and although I still fall off occasionally, I hardly notice it. Foiling has transformed what is achievable on the water. What once seemed impossible is now possible as the discovery of flying has been revealed. From beginners taking their first liftoff to professionals redefining the limits of competition, foiling continues to evolve and inspire. As the sport grows, one thing remains unchanged: the feeling that keeps riders coming back. The moment the board rises and the water falls away, if only for a few seconds, it feels like you're flying.